We've learned a lot about not waiting for the perfect time to put God first. I think even from the start of the initiative, when we sort of made a commitment, at that time, we were actually contemplating like a big family move that might have, kept us out of the church or, in a different city for maybe a couple years. So in a sense, that wasn't it wasn't the perfect time to make like a big commitment to the church right when the church is about to go into a 2-year thing, right? It's like, well, we're out for 2 years.
Here was an opportunity to really trust God with our finances and commit more than we were giving. But we're glad that we stretched, and we're looking forward to seeing how God will use the ministry. We just thank God because we were able to trust Him, and it's definitely made us more aware, I would say, of giving sacrificially. It's like not something that we were used to, and now it's just like, okay, this is something I'm doing very consciously to say I will make these trade-offs at this time to make sure that I meet that commitment. I also heard from my parents how they were in a situation like this in the church that I grew up in, and they contributed to the commitment of the church, and what joy that brought them when they saw the church thrive 20, 30 years later. So it's something that I'm also looking forward to seeing where the church will go and how it will be a blessing to other people, and to be able to look back and know that I was a part of that.
The way you sort of reference your parents and having our kids also listen to us, and that being a part of what drives their faith is also pretty important to us. Then you also learned about how the church has grown from sort of really humble beginnings to where it is today, and all the people who would have sort of contributed to make that happen. And I guess we wanted to also be just, in the next generation of that evolution and growth of the church. I think I'd encourage people to get involved in the first initiative by starting somewhere. And I think that it can be, intimidating to think, well, how much am I supposed to give? And, how do I make an impact in this sort of big goals and big projects that the church has in front of it? But I think that, people might need to sort of almost zoom in away from what the church is trying to achieve to sort of how they are making a step forward in their faith. In my heart, I know that this is what we should aspire to count everything as loss for the sake of Christ.